Welcome back, and I'm Mayank, and this is my Module 4 assignment, which included using Julius AI and Manus AI for risk analysis and strategic analysis. So, the Module 4, basically, these two tools are used for data analytics and doing a proper in detail researches, better than Gemini and ChatGPT to some extent, actually, more than that. How I went with this assignment before that, the assignment was basically I need to use Julius AI for risk identification, where I had to upload a large data set which it would analyze and give me its insights. Second was using Manus strategic intelligence to build a competitor's intelligence or SWOT analysis or market analysis for a company. Now, how I went ahead was this is the flow I went with. I'll just show basically. So first thing I did was find a data set. I went with the student mental health and burnout data set because I had some experience with Kegel in my university time. I kind of used all the options because I needed to analyze it. Once I did this, I uploaded a sample set on Claude rather than using all the Yes, rather than using all the 1500 rows and columns, I use 95 initially to generate and get a idea of what kind of data are we playing around with. And this was my prompt which I gave. Followed by it did an analysis and told me the variables are there, what kind of range it is, and then asked me like it told me what kind of analysis I could do with it. After finding that, I thought of doing an analysis on that based on using basically using the mental life clusters and depicting how these affect the students and what affect. Yes. So I picked it up and put it into my Julius AI and I gave it a prompt. I have the following data. I want you to do in three stages. First, analyze the use the internet quality, physical activities, and screen time as predictors to give me daily hours sleep. So basically, my flow of was to determine how does internet, physical activity, and screen time influence the sleeping hours of a student, and then compare that sleeping hours to sleep quality, if the sleep hour is good or bad, average or poor, whatever. Third, use that sleep quality to depict the prediction on CGPA and attendance. Now, the problem with Julius was like when I did it, I can only give one prompt, and this was the one I gave. And upon analysis, it told me that one, there was no comparison. After doing the comparison of this first stage, there was no correlation, so no variation was there. Basically, it does not have an impact. Two, on sleep quality and compared to with sleeping daily hours, it trained and got 0.33%, roughly like level 3 class. So it was not very well. We can say that sleep quality and sleep hour has a correlation. I'm not sure how. So basically, the data wasn't clear. Third was CGPA and sleep quality, and there it saw a really small difference with CGPA versus the sleep quality, but again, it was not comparatively better. Then I used this to generate a report for me to read and everything. And with this report, I generated a PPT. So 1,50,000 records, 20 fields was analyzed, and this was stage one. Nearly zero impact was there. Stage two, sleep hours to quality, 33% accuracy. Third was academic outcome. Again, these were the results. Now I know these results were not that great because you need to prompt multiple times. I thought of doing these four analyses later, but unfortunately, the Julius AI with the version I had one go prompt only. Anyways, after this was the second part of the assignment where I had to analyze and do a competitive scan. Here went thoda sa fun, and I did a scan for my Muse because I like that company because it is pretty much crazy. It has a lot of products and it is doing something which is not everyone doing in India specifically. So here I have a question also. When I was exploring, it was stuck on this kind of a pop up over here, like you can see. I don't know how it would it pass on or what, but I think it did a research on the back end on the websites, but it was not able to cross these paywalls. Through connectors, it would cross on. The second one was also there where it did research and it got stuck with the "Are you a robot?" prompt. I will try to show that as well. It's not coming, I think. Anyways, basically it still did a good research and gave me a brief document of competitor analysis, products, SWOT analysis, social media, the kind of engagement, and SEO and geo optimization which I wanted. Followed by which I uploaded it into Gamma again to generate a PPT, and it generated a really good SWOT analysis PPT, e-commerce availability, and community and everything. So this was my assignment. I have documented my things, and I realized today while I was watching this podcast of Things Cool with him and Ansha and Ganesh, that why this documentation is very crucial. So I try to be as descriptive this time as I could be, and going forward, I'm gonna do the same thing and try to make a proper documentation because I'm finally coming to my new assignments where I have to be creating automated, yeah, foundation of agentic AI. So yes, that was my homework, and thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.